Welcome back to the Bouncing Potatoes podcast on this lovely Monday evening. Almost Halloween, guys. Or sorry, first day of fall was last weekend. I'm Christian. I'm Ethan. Actually, what next to me is
I'm Osanda.
And I'm Christian.
Sunday, by the way.
But you post these on Monday evening at 5. So that's why I said that. Sorry, guys. It's Sunday when we record, but you listen to it on Monday at 5. So
This episode's coming out on Tuesday, y'all. I apologize.
Okay, so now it's Tuesday. Happy Yom Kippur to all of my lovely Jewish folk. I'm half Jewish. I'm not fasting, but it's funny. My girlfriend's actually fasting. She's getting really into Jewish culture, even though she's not Jewish. My family's very proud of her. Anyway, good for her and good for my family. But guess what? We have some hot potatoes. We have a new segment, Hot Potato, which is the hottest news, the spicy stuff. You know, stuff you put all that hot sauce on. And guess what? As of this recording,
start crying because it's so incredible.
Exactly. Oh, that could be a good tagline on a shirt.
Like sex sometimes.
Not that.
Hey.
Not that. But that is true. But anyway, by the time you guys hear this, it is very likely, I don't know, definitely likely that the WGA, the Writers Guild of America, that's what that stands for, and the studios will have come to an agreement on their 146, soon to be 150-day strike. That's right, that's like 5 months, and you know what? A lot of things that affect a lot of things. I am personally a big watcher of Jimmy Kimmel, and he had to go off the air for 5 months, which was devastating to me, but he has his own podcast. Listen to the Strike Force 5 podcast, by the way. They're fantastic. All the late night hosts came together, and they donated all the money, by the way, to their staff who are on strike currently. So that is cool. But anyway, the terms of this agreement are, we're not sure yet, but you'll know by the time this comes out. But I can give you an idea of what they want. One, they wanted AI not to take their jobs. That's right. Scripts, including the latest Marvel series, Secret Invasion, had AI do their credit artwork and looked horrible. But AI has been writing scripts for movies and scripts for TV shows, and they don't like that, obviously. So that's the one big reason the strike started. 2, residuals. Let me give you a quick impact on residuals. So way back in cable TV times, when a show got to 5 or 6 seasons, like
The Nanny.
HBO is different. Yeah, The Nanny, that's perfect. The Nanny is like 9 seasons. So, or Fresh Prince, when they got to 5, like end of season 5, they had like a rap party, and they had the party because from season 6 and onward, all those reruns, they get residuals. In fact, the current president of SAG, which is the Actors Guild, Fran Drescher, Miss Nanny herself, still gets paid to this day from The Nanny. Gets checks in the mail, physical checks, that's right, in the mail, from The Nanny that came out way back in the 90s. But with streaming, all the actors get paid up front, so there's no residual. So I can go ahead and watch Stranger Things over and over and over again, but those actors won't get paid every time I watch it because all of them got paid up front, which sounds great, but you know, in the long run, it's terrible because if you spend your money, you're not getting any more, right? And you have to keep acting. So that's what they're.
And it's probably, I imagine it's a lower total sum of money when they get it up front, right? Versus residuals, right? For the residuals for 20 years is probably less than up front. There's actually a song about this called "The Tortoise and the Hare," where a guy by Nate Rose, where he's like, what?
Isn't that like a tale?
That's a song. That's a parable. Yeah, it's a parable. Yeah, it's just like he describes a parable, but he talks about like a rapper that has a deal where he makes $50K, on the spot, and then he only gets 15% of all the royalties from the songs after that, and so he's all happy in the beginning, but then he gets upset when he's not making any money after that. So and then the Hare. So that's the other guy, and then he's the Hare. He's the guy who worked for 10 years, going hard, grinding and all that, and making a media company, and and I don't know, doing everything right. So yeah, I think that's a similar parallel. It's a similar circumstance here where the actors should get, you know, well, actually, it's kind of in this case. I think the royalties are the thing that they want.
They want those residuals because then it's an overall
residuals.
money.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it's so far just the writers. The actors are still on strike, but the writers will be closing tomorrow. The actors, though, that means that there's 3 guilds. There's the Directors Guild, which never had a strike because they reached a deal. Then, but they had a renewal, but they reached a deal, and a lot of the actors and writers thought it was like, oops, slap in the face. But then there's the writers and there's the actors. So, now with 2 of the 3 guilds done, it features the actors to kind of take a lower quality deal because they're the only ones holding things up. And that's why the studios wanted to figure out and just get one of them to get done. So that way the other guys have to take a overall less quality deal. Now, the writers historically will get paid less than the actors, so the studios were really trying to get them to get the deal done first so they can pay less overall because actors are usually more expensive. This is why they did this first. People, very important.
What's the difference between a guild and a union?
Oh, it's the same thing. They just they call themselves. It's just one sounds fancy.
Okay, yeah, guild is like medieval, the medieval cults, like Skyrim or something.
Everything in film is kind of like a guild for some reason, like the Directors Guild, Actors Guild.
Because they're artsy people, they have to have an artsy name. Exactly. Yeah, it's like the Thieves Guild or something.
The VFX people are gonna be part of this massive guild called IATSE, but it's just
IATSE. Yeah, that's definitely something you would call yourself if you're an artist.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, the writers, hopefully, it seems like they, from the tweets that I've been following, seems like they got a fair the deal that they wanted. Looks like Bob Iger changes too.
No.
What?
It's Zeets, not tweets.
Zeets. Zeets.
You disgust.
Oh man, is that a thing? Have people been saying that?
That's what Elon Musk said it's supposed to be. But I'm not doing that.
Zeets. Oh man.
Yeah. So from those tweets, good job, writers. You're out there for 146 days, joined by your fellow actors, including Margot Robbie, beautiful girl, by the way. Anya Taylor-Joy, wow, incredible. The cast of iCarly, or the reunion of iCarly, was out there singing the theme song at one point. Good stuff.
Oh, wow.
A lot of major people are out there at one point or another. And to the people, by the way, I have a little bone to pick with you writers. Just a little bone. Nothing to do with the writer's strike here. There's a moment you're out there blocking Universal, and you blame them for closing the sidewalk. But they had the permit to do that way before the strike even started. So they're not trying to block you out. Okay? Thank you very much. But you shouldn't have to do that anymore. Here's hoping the actors get one thing done soon. Osanda,
here's hoping, yeah.
You watch anime, Osanda, so this actually doesn't really affect you, but Christian, watch TV. There's a lack of have you been upset by a lack of content? I guess they're not really at a lack of content yet, but have you noticed? Slow down. Look, are you?
I haven't noticed. I haven't watched much. In terms of Netflix or HBO or anything in the last few weeks. I don't think I've watched anything, but
you're a
well, I guess
before
that,
you're a techie guy, Christian. What do you think about the AI writing the scripts?
Well, it's a really big question because, you don't want to. I'll try to get too philosophical, but we don't want to get to a point where I don't know what happens if we get to a point where AI can start doing creative things that we thought we would be the only ones, doing. So, because at that point, it's not only it's not only an economic thing. Like, hey, we can't we when economically speaking, it's actually a good thing because people don't have to work as much. But if you say like, what's your purpose? If an AI can do everything you can do way better than you, it's like, well, what's the point of life? You might as well not do anything. You might as well just let an AI do it. That's like
But
kinda,
the real question is,
sucks. So,
can the AI write a better movie script than or a TV script than someone?
and that's the thing. I think I don't. Well, there are many people who think that they will be able to not very. Maybe some people say very soon. Some people say soon. Some people say eventually that AI will be able to write a better movie script, book than any human. But I honestly think it'll just be a mix. Like I think actually I in the book I'm writing, I have a scene where one of the main characters
Oh, that's a perfect
is
example.
listening. She's in a rocket and she's listening to music. And what'd you say?
That's a perfect example. When you're writing a book, how would you feel if AI just wrote your book for you and just sat there and you just had to watch them?
Yeah.
Or you just,
Well,
like, how would you feel?
yeah,
You
I
would
know
feel
what you
bad
mean.
because
I'll
if
get to
you
your
weren't
question.
writing it.
I just want to say this because in the book, she's in a rocket and she's listening to music right before it takes off, right as it's taking off, right before as it takes off, and I talk about how she enjoys listening to human made music as opposed to robotic music, which and this is in the future. So it's like it's 2128. There's robotic music. There's AI made music that can generate music that follows your brain's patterns to get you in a certain mood or to get you to feel certain emotions. So like you basically it's it could be absolutely epic or sad or make you mad or whatever you want, but it's not made by a human. So I said this girl doesn't like listening to that. She only likes listening to human made music. And she's listening to her favorite artist from her local area because she knows that the person had a story behind the music that they wrote. So even if it doesn't strike her chords exactly the way she wants them to, it feels like it's something that it has something behind it, it has a story behind it, and you can feel it on a deeper level. So in that same sense, with AI writing stories, and if you asked me about how I feel about an AI writing a book.
You're
Yeah,
not your book.
Yeah, my book. Yeah. Well, my book. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Like, would I want, how would I, well, okay, it's they're kind of two different questions, but if if an AI is writing a book, I'm not really as likely to, be interested in it for anything other than, like new concepts. But in order to feel it, I feel like it has to be written by somebody. So
That's right. That's why.
Yeah,
And wouldn't you feel bad if an AI just wrote if you said ChatGPT write this book for me? Wouldn't you feel like the not satisfactory that you didn't write
so
it?
I wouldn't feel any satisfaction at all from doing that. I
And
mean,
this
what's
is
the
why
point?
I was mad at Osana for using ChatGPT for his stuff, school or stuff. So I'm like, man, Osana, you're missing the satisfaction, the heart of your story, the emotion. And you don't care about that. But this is what it gets to, Osanda. If these writers didn't care like that, then they just let them write all the TV shows. But before you answer that with that crazy look on your face, I have a question, Christian. How did you choose the year 2128? Was that the first thing that popped in your head, or you just was there a reason? You have to read the book to find out.
When I was high in 2019, I saw like in the sky it said I was going to live to 130 years old. So that was 2128.
Oh,
So
wow. You see how much of
so
a
I
deep
said
ravine that was? That's crazy.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Wow.
but
No.
it also just happens to be the perfect time that's not too far in the future, but it's also not too close. If it's too far, things get too crazy to even describe. But if it's too close, things aren't as as crazy as I want them to be for the story I'm trying to write. So, yeah. So it's perfect.
Christian,
Works out.
if you live till 21, 28, I'm gonna freak the fuck out, man. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
call that.
Yeah, yeah. That means you'll live to 21, 29, and you'll be there to see me die and be like, he died the exact year he said he was gonna live to.
And then I'll die the year after.
Yeah.
Now, Simon, this
Hey,
is the second time you have a crazy, confused look on your face.
What's up with that?
What's going on, man?
Y'all unpacked a lot there, and then the conversation switched tremendously. I just want to say, I just want to point out that I don't know if it was Christian or maybe it was Jordan, but one of you guys was all in favor of AI taking over menial jobs because y'all said that it would.
Is my twin brother.
Because it would free up humans to work on other more important tasks. So I just want to call y'all out on that because you guys did in fact say that.
I say that right now. I say that right now. I think that's totally good idea. I think it makes sense. I mean, I can go on.
Okay.
But
now,
one of our other friends apparently wrote a paper on this in high school. High school, as if this is like a great thing. But he made an argument. He made an argument that actually makes sense, which is that I think it's the basic argument that more jobs are created than are lost when you have a boom in technology. That has been the case in history, throughout history. Technology has always created jobs. It hasn't taken them away. Excuse me, it hasn't taken it on the net. It hasn't taken them away. It takes away menial jobs, and then it adds more advanced jobs, as in designing the machines, repairing the machines, maintenancing, and I mean, like if you're building, if you have a machine to make more stuff, then you have to transport the stuff. So you have jobs for transportation, you have jobs for storage, all these things. So the point is, there's more jobs created.
Now, what happens to the people that are not smart enough to do that?
Well, that's a crisis our society is in right now, where people aren't educated enough for it.
My grandpa always says, those Tesla trucks. He goes, man, well, what do they have all the truck drivers if it's all self-driving trucks?
Yeah, that's a really good point. The education thing is huge.
Truck
really,
drivers make like a good living, so that's a decent job. That's like $80 to $100 a year, right?
I'm gonna interrupt you both right now because this dwells into the blurring of the lines of the whole unskilled labor argument as well. When you think about it really fundamentally changes that argument. I feel like because back in the day, I feel like screenwriters would not have been considered unskilled labor. But now, thanks to AI, or even think about copywriters, for example, I think a lot of copywriters were let go because of the advancement in AI. So one could argue that copywriting is an unskilled job now because of AI. How interesting is that?
Oh, Sonda, I still have to disagree here. Copywriting sounds very complex, whereas cashing your groceries at a grocery store is much different than copywriting. Okay.
I'm sorry, can AI do that? Can AI do
Probably.
that?
Yeah, it can. It's called self-checkout. Just about. That's just about.
That's not AI, though. Self-checkout's not AI. Self-checkout's just self-checkout.
Close. But it's calculating how much you need to pay instead of the person doing it. And then you pay it. You don't need the person.
Also, this got into an argument about residuals, so I have a question for y'all. If you win the lotto, would you take a lump sum, or would you take So you would take the lump sum, but then doesn't that kind of go against
if it's the same amount over 20 years versus one lump sum, then yes, take the lump sum so you can invest it and make more over the 20 years.
So then, doesn't that go against the whole residual thing?
No, because in this case, the residuals. We were saying that. As far as I understood, they were saying that.
I'm just kidding. I wanted to be a brat. I was just kidding. Just joking.
Okay.
But so that was really. I think we
did the lottery thing. If you do take the annual amount, it's actually less than the lump sum. Because of the state taxes and the federal taxes and the inflation, like it turns out to actually be less than the lump sum option.
But the thing with the annuity thing is, so number one, obviously lump sum is better because of time value of money. But from an emotional perspective, it might be healthier if all the lotto winners take the annuity, because then they're less likely to blow through all their money and end up.
That could be true, but that's their fault.
No, it's not their fault.
I knew that's where you were going with this. It
wasn't. It's not their fault. But anyway, I think we beat that hot potato to death. I think we did a good job with that one.
Wait a second. Why is it not their fault?
Because they were never taught how to manage their money correctly. It's like when NBA players. A lot of them go bankrupt.
Okay, now this is where the internet comes into handy. I just want a lot of money. What's the first thing? Money people's won the lottery. What do they do? What's the best? In fact, you see it on the news all the time. Oh my God, the jackpot's $2 billion. Here's what you should do if you win. 1, hire a financial manager or whatever it tells you. You could at least, ask.
I find that.
It's easy to say that, bro. It's easy to say that, bro. But once you get all that money, your rational side of things is gonna get shot because of the fact that you just.
Sorry, what are you mumbling over there, Christian? I'm Jewish, and my family actually will not let me do that. Okay, you think my dad's gonna let me blow $2 billion or?
That's it. But you're blessed. You're lucky to have that. Then you're lucky to have that.
I still think, even if they don't, look at look, people you see them, sometimes they show what they do, they pay off their bills or mortgages or student loan. I feel like they know what to do. I feel like they're not just going to go on lavish vacations all the time. I feel like, and also, I
personally wouldn't have any problem not blowing money. It's not that hard.
Money, I'm sure when you go to the lottery office, and you're the winner, I'm sure they ask or offer you options of how to manage it.
It doesn't even matter, though. It's about the fame, the huge influx of money, all the people who are going to be... Yeah, not all states allow you to be private after you win the lotto. Like California, you have to disclose your name after you win the lotto. So that sucks. Let me tell you
something. The guy that won the $2 billion in Altadena, I know he bought 2 houses, but I don't know his name. I don't know what he looks like.
It's very easily, you could easily find his name. I don't know about if you can find what he looks like, but you can very easily find his name. His name is every time there's an article, they put his name out there. It's messed up, bro. Like, you're going to be living your whole life low-key under a microscope.
Point is, he's not famous.
These guys aren't Justin Bieber, man. They're not living your whole life under a microscope. What is this?
If I saw that guy walking down the street, I have no idea what he looks like, or no idea. I wouldn't be like,
even if he was wearing super Gucci everything, no one would know. Okay, no one would know. I saw him wearing.
He has multiple houses to escape to. He doesn't know. We don't know which one he's in.
Yes, you do, because, okay, fine, but you know his address to all of them, basically.
But you don't know which one he's in, and I'm sure he has high-tech security.
But you can find it, bro. I no offense, y'all, but I feel like y'all speaking from a privileged aspect, a privileged viewpoint on this. I don't know about this.
Son, I can find
Wait, how is privileged? How? Because we don't think somebody can be... We don't think that somebody's going to be too famous to be... to be able to manage their money well. Too famous to manage their money well. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that once you win all the, it's like did you all not read the book, The Pearl, or whatever the heck was the title of that book? But the book where the bro found the pearl and it ruined his life.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that sounds kind of familiar. Actually,
the K. The K. Right.
I don't know.
The K.
I think it's the K.
So, Sana, you wouldn't want to win that money
because a K is a body of water or something.
I'm not saying I don't want to win that money, but I'm just saying that I know that it would mess me up in a good way and in a bad way.
What would you do, Osana?
If I was to win the lottery, I would pay off all of my debt. I would give all my friends at least $1 million.
So we went over this. Oh, you did the crazy stuff. Okay. That's right. You did the crazy thing. You wanted to... No, first you said you wanted to give every homeless person or something $1 million. Yeah, that's what you said. I remember this. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, oh, yeah, then he wanted a statue. So, yeah, you want to be famous, Osana, just because you want to be famous.
I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I just want my...
You want to hand homeless people $1 million and get a statue of yourself in front of a foundation.
I never said the homeless people $1 million thing, by the way. Run the tape. I never said that. I said universal basic income, but I never said homeless.
You said if you won all the money, you'd want to give out $1 million of money to everyone on the street, or at least everyone.
I did not say that. I didn't say that.
And then your friends, you will watch the old.
I think he did say universal basic income. That's basically the same. You're both saying the same thing. You said, Osana, you wanted to do universal basic income.
Well, you said you wanted to do your own.
So basically, give it to everybody, homeless people, everybody.
Yeah, so basically, Osanda's basic income is what I wanted to institute.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you do. You wanted that coming from you.
You did say that.
You take your lottery money and give it out to everybody. And that's.
But I never specifically said. I never specifically said that I would give $1 million to a homeless person on the street. You just...
Okay. Yeah. That was my. I don't know, but you had that same idea.
That says a lot about how you took what I said. That's what you heard in your head.
That's what I'm still imagining that right now. But
going back to something real quick. So your girlfriend is fasting, but you're not.
I'm fast.
Is she Jewish?
No, she just really likes the Jewish culture and wants to try it for excitement or something. I was like, hey, good for you, babes.
Good for you, babe. While he just shovels food in it. Like, what? What is horrible? Show us some more.
Did you just say shovels fluid in her?
No.
I couldn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
You pervert.
I couldn't hear what you said.
I said she shovels food into his mouth. You nasty dog. Wow. Shame on you! What the heck? Ew!
Wow.
I'm not the nasty one, okay? Osana is the one. He's always laughing at ridiculous stuff.
Last week you left at BBC.
Yeah, BBC, the network. Okay, but the reason why I'm asking is because you always say stuff like that. So I would never say
something. I would never say something like that about his girlfriend. I have enough respect to not say something like that.
Okay, fine. Jeez. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I don't think Ethan minds if you said,
That'd be quite hilarious.
Whatever.
It's not even about whether Ethan minds or not. It's about his girlfriend, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really upset with you.
Okay, that's true. That's true. No, I wouldn't say it, but
therefore
you just did. No. You just did. You just said it.
I didn't say no. I was quoting you because you clearly said it. No, okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, what were we even talking about?
We're talking about how now we're into a quick 2-sentence, quick hot potatoes. This is our double take, double hot, double potato here. And guess what? There's an F-35 fighter jet, guys. Yes, there was. At the same time, a bear went missing in Walt Disney World. An F-35 went missing in the air. That's right.
A bear went missing.
Bear snuck into, because they have no fences on the sides of that. It went past Thunder Mountain, across the river, and went onto Tom Sawyer's Island. And at the same day, an F-35 fighter jet went missing, which is funny because I think that have some kind of. I mean, I can see Osanda and Christian's location on my phone, so if I can do that, you think they'd be able to locate this F-35 jet? But military is kind of stupid. But they found it.
Hey, they call it Army Strong, not Army Smart. That's what one of my Army friends said. That's one of my Army friends said. It's not my quote, but.
No, I'm gonna make that a shirt too. God, we have some merch coming out of this bitch too. All right. Yeah, Osana said the debris around the ground. The pilot ejected and landed in someone's backyard. He said, crazy.
Yeah, so the pilot ejected, and then he ended up calling 911. And then the 911 call operator was obviously confused because they were probably thinking like, "Is this a prank?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad because this sounds like a bad Onion title, like an article from the Onion that a F-35 jet was just lost. So the pilot, because he ejected, so he didn't know where the heck it went. Again, the debris was found on Monday and everything like that. But just a fun fact, the F-35 program cost taxpayers a total of $1.7 trillion over its lifespan. And the government watchdog report released on last Thursday, highlights that due to ongoing maintenance delays, the fighter jets are mission capable only... Again, English is not my first language. I say maintenance rather than saying maintenance. All right, I'm an immigrant.
But you can say maintenance. That would be more proper.
That just sounds stupid. But anyway, the report found that the fighter jets are mission capable only 55% of the time. One more time. 55% of the time. All right? And the goal, by the way, the goal is 85 to 90%. 55% is an F on any exam, basically, unless there's a curve.
Yeah,
that's
engineering.
That's ridiculous.
Like good, but
so I would agree with Ethan that we really need to
85 to 90%. Come on.
85 to 90% is understandable. I mean, like, that's okay. That doesn't really bug me, honestly.
If you're gonna spend $1.7 trillion on something, you want to make sure it's 95 to 100%. What? How are you gonna miss? Like, what is this, North Korea?
No, it's not even about missing. It's just about the fact that it doesn't work. It only works 55% of the time. That's if they had told me like 70%, I would have been like, okay, like passing.
You're saying that 55% of the jets that roll off the line actually work? Is that what you're saying?
It's saying.
Yeah.
Again, this is just all from the article.
It's a target.
It said that the report highlights ongoing whatever delays, showing the fighter jets are mission capable only 55% of the time. So they can only be used on
missions.
They can only be used on missions 55% of the time.
Well, I think that's most likely that they don't work when they roll off the line, but then they eventually get working. Like, I don't imagine that they just get produced and then they just never work.
Christian,
like, you can fix
ridiculous. We need you to get over there, and because you work on planes, because you got to.
I used to work on the F-35 at Northrop in California.
Get back down there, man. Because we got to up this percentage rate. How could they not work when they come off the line? Imagine if cars did that.
$1.3 trillion, $1.3 trillion out of $1.7 trillion is the cost of maintaining and operating the fighter jets.
Huh.
Crazy.
So it only costs $400 million to make them.
$1 billion.
I guess so. The
400
F-35 was
Yeah.
it was 100 million fighter jet that the government lost. By the way, the government, we didn't even point this out. They were literally tweeting about this, asking if any like people to speak up if they found like the jet. They were literally that's a mockery. That's literally a joke, bro. That's ridiculous. Like Ethan said,
mockery because it's a fighter jet.
Christian, you work on planes.
Mach number, speed of sound.
Do they have trackery or tracking systems or
trackery?
Like,
they definitely there's all kinds of
thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you have satellites that are like that are trackable. Okay, it has an autopilot, so yeah. And it would use the autopilot would use satellites.
Why did it appear as a dot on the radar saying, "Oh, it's flying here"?
Probably because it got all sorts of
it got all destroyed. Yeah, probably all got destroyed. There's probably a black box on it. There's probably a black box, but
before
you would think
it got destroyed. They didn't say
before it got destroyed.
But when he got ejected, it's heading in this general direction. Boy, we should probably time to see what's going to destroy. Unless it was.
Eyewitnesses said
it
was inverted by the time it was inverted before he ejected. Apparently,
what was inverted?
The fighter jet was inverted when the guy ejected, or
what
something.
You mean inverted?
Like
you mean flipped upside down?
It was flying upside down.
They said inverted, so I think upside down. From what I understand,
flying upside down.
But that shouldn't take it off the radar. It's not like.
No, it definitely should. I'm just saying that it seems like Homeboy kind of, low key lost control of the jet. Is what?
No. Maybe he did that on purpose. Maybe he knew it was failing, and maybe it's easier to eject inverted because he just drops down. Because the cockpit's like this, he just goes and he just drops down with his parachute instead of. And because the thing about it, if he did it,
I think so.
Because if he did it the right way, then he'd go up. And then he'd go like this. So if it's inverted, then he drops down. He's already on his way down to flying into the air. So I think he did that on purpose. Like I think it was like a I gotta get out here. Let me invert this plane so I can.
I don't know. Have you seen
I'm
Top
not
Gun?
gonna say the word again, but you know what I'm saying. Have you seen how Christian was said something dirty accidentally, and look at you laughing at cockpit.
Every single week, man. Every single week. There's something. That's why I said it. That's why I said what I said. Because the guy he laughs and he does this stuff.
What do you say about the Top Gun Maverick?
Didn't in Top Gun I forget what his name was, but didn't he die ejecting? And they were like upside down, or am I tripping?
I haven't seen the movies. I don't know. Christian, did you see it?
You haven't seen
Top
Gun?
It. I saw it.
But... I wanted to, but
I mean the original one, not number 2.
Either.
I just saw number 2. I don't know about the guy ejecting. Okay, yeah.
Moving on. So, Ethan, how was your week?
Boy, my week was pretty good. I went to, let's see, since the last, when did we, we did it on Sunday. So Monday, boy, I was, just working this week. Went to Horror Nights last night. Very fun time. Watch
Can you explain what Horror Nights is?
14,000 steps. 15,000 steps. Halloween Horror Nights is a Halloween event at Universal Studios Hollywood. And Christian, you better go, okay?
I went a long time ago. It was I've been a couple times. Remember we went in like 2016 too.
Good, and you'll be going in 2023. And Sandra and I were going to Knott's Scary Farm, Knott's Halloween event. I think that's all I did this week. Oh, it's Yom Kippur. No, Rosh Hashanah. Nope, that was... When was that? That was last... Yeah, that was... God, we record these on different days. I forgot what I do. I think. Oh, I did take some good naps at work today. Last week. I have tomorrow off. Goodness.
Fucking the advice I see. Just throwing that out there again.
Oh, and speaking of lovely jobs, I'm applying for planning assistant at the city of LA. It opened up yesterday, and admin assistant. And it's funny. I got. I don't know if you got this. It was on the notification for public information officer from LAUSD. Little job alert. Yeah, I don't know. I got that, but it's like not. There's no way. I'm not qualified for it, so I don't know why they sent me that. But it's cool. And yeah, it's pretty chillaxing week. Big weekend this weekend, though. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to tell you all about it. And speaking of that, I don't know when I can record the podcast because boy, Sunday morning actually. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Osanda, Christian, how was your week? Because Osanda, you said you have a long week apparently. So let's see.
Yeah,
So,
Christian,
what's like?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
How was the visit
So
with your
I'm gonna be
mom?
going back to work. Oh, yeah, mom. That was it was she was she's been visiting a lot, checking up on me.
Maybe a guest appearance.
Yeah, she's been here a lot this year. But it's good to have her here. But she'll be back soon enough. And so, by the way, I'm in Seattle, Washington. And my mom lives now in Idaho, Boise, Idaho. And but she comes over here somewhat often, and she's checking up on me. So I'm going through some transitions.
Son of you,
and I think, yeah, but yeah. Oh, Sonny, yeah, you look so confused.
Your mom lives in Idaho.
Yeah.
Yes, she moved to. I told you they moved to Idaho. Well, they have the house in Vegas, but they also moved to the house in Idaho.
You never told me that they moved to Idaho.
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
My mom got a job at Micron.
After she got laid off from Caesars. I told you.
You did not mention nothing about Idaho. I will check
our chat. She got laid off from Open Door. She got laid off from Open Door.
Oh, she was Caesars and got laid off from Open Door. She got laid off from both.
She was the associate general counsel. The associate general counsel was a second top lawyer position in the company in Open Door, and she got laid off from there. So now she's the second to top lawyer position at Micron, which is a big semiconductor technology for big jobs, and she's doing well. But still has time to check up on me, which I really appreciate. So yeah, she was here. I've still been cooking. Got some good, just trying new recipes. They're coming out great. I always take pictures, so yeah, I can show you guys the pictures. But yeah,
love it.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, I went for still going on walks, and one of the walks I did was with my friend for like 3 hours. Well, it was like an hour and a half through the streets of Seattle to Pike's Place, which is a big tourist destination where there's all these restaurants and stuff. So we went down there, and then we walked back, and we got food, and I got this expensive weird chocolate, which is pretty good. My son is always laughing. Yeah, no, it was a good week. But yeah, I'm back to work tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. So we're recording this at night on Sunday. What? Am I excited?
What time do you have to wake up?
Well, work's at 6:30. So thankfully I walk to work though. So I probably around like a little before 6. I probably get up.
Oh my Lord! So you guys are early risers tomorrow, both of you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're recording this at. Are you lost? We're recording this at night. We're recording this at night on Sunday, by the way. So it's we don't have much time, but it's the only time we work for all of us.
Wait, you work at 6:30. You're gonna wake up at 6? How are you gonna get there in 30 minutes?
I walk. I walk to work. I'm right across the street.
Meaning it must be 10 minutes or less away.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Well, before you were waking up at like 4 a.m.
That was just kind of a natural thing. And honestly, I'll wake up well before 6 anyway. I know I will. I'll stay in bed until like 5:50 or something.
I thought it was like a 2-hour drive for you or something, the way you described it.
It's a 13-minute walk. It's a 10 to 13-minute walk from my door to my desk. So
it's pretty good.
Wow.
You don't have to like save gas.
You don't have to like poop in the morning or anything like that?
You can poop at work.
Never. Almost never.
Wow. How many times do y'all poop a day?
Funny, I actually didn't poop today.
I only do it like once or twice a week.
What?
Oh, well,
yeah. Yep.
Whoa. What?
Yep.
That's okay. No, I was reading on poop and said if you do it once every 3 days, that's okay. But I usually poop. I didn't poop today. I've been busy, but I usually poop at least once or twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day.
Oh man, that's crazy. 3 times a day. How do you, yeah, I just get it all out, man. I don't. If I poop twice in a day, I made a mistake. Like I ate too much the second time.
Oh no, like sometimes my second poops are pretty big, or third poops, and sometimes that's sometimes on there for 20 minutes. But yeah, I know the 3. But that's the Beckers. We Beckers have some sensitive stomachs, so that's particularly why I'm pooping a lot. But in my grandpa and my dad,
all you guys only like certain foods. All you guys only like certain foods, like meat with the sauce, and that's it. Meat and mustard, meat with salt, and that's it. Steak, you just corned beef with mustard, and that's it. You guys all just like your dad and your grandpa. You all just like meat and with like very little, no vegetables, no fruits. He eats a
salad though consistently.
Well, no, but I'm saying not with the meat. Like you don't have meat with vegetables, meat with fruit, meat with not meat with fruit, but like whatever. You didn't have meat with bread or meat with bread, yes, but only bread. But only certain types of bread, and only certain types of meat, and only certain types of sauce, and only certain it's like you guys only eat certain things. It's crazy.
That's
crazy.
right.
Like,
and funny thing, I really appreciate my lovely little girlfriend because boy, oh boy, she knows now. She's like, because sometimes she makes me lunch or she packs my lunch for me, and she goes, "Oh, you don't want me to mix this and this, right?" I was like, "Yes, babe." She goes, "I got." She was like, "Oh, she knows not to mix and touch," and she knows exactly what I like. She makes me lunches and dinners sometimes, and then that's what I did this week. I forgot. Today for our 6-month anniversary, right? We went and we did pottery, so we made some plates or painted some plates, and then it'll be ready in a week. Then she's gonna cook us dinner, and we're gonna eat on these plates next week. But yeah, then she has these containers, and she makes me lunch for work. Woo! Love that beautiful lady.
This man is spoiled, bro. He's so spoiled. It makes me want to shoot myself.
Oh, damn. Well, that's going to get us demonetized, even though we're not monetized. Yeah, but it's funny. So back to the pooping.
Okay.
It's like it's funny. Sometimes I'm like a stretch of time get hungry, and I actually eat more meals a day than I average do. Then it averaged out. Then like the next few weeks, I'm not as hungry, and I don't eat as much as I do. And the poops go along with it. So sometimes I'm pooping a lot, like I said, 2 to 3 times a day, or maybe once. Then sometimes I'm not pooping a lot at all. Just like maybe once a day or once every couple of days. It's funny. It's like one big average out. It's very cool. I like it. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah. Osama has a good poop schedule, though. He has a pretty routine. He has a lot of good things going on with his poops. Because it's like poop and shower, then poop again or something. He has quite a routine. Why don't you let us all know, Osama, your poop schedule?
Yeah, so I usually go in the morning, and then So I'm normally going like 2 to 3 times a day, but sometimes I can do even like 6 in a day. It really just depends.
I can't do 6, and I can only do 6 in a day. Like if I'm sick and I'm just have diarrhea or something. But yeah.
It's so the way it works with me, and I gotta kind of fix it. But basically, what happens is I will poop, and then I'll go into the shower. I'll masturbate, then I'll have to poop again.
Jesus Christ, man! You don't even know.
And then
you're already talking about poop. You don't need to talk about that too.
You realize I was leaving that part out when I just said. I tried to even hear when I said you poop, then you shower, then you poop again. You realize I skipped something in the middle and I was supposed to give you a hint that you can skip it too. Also.
I thought you just forgot, so that's why.
No, you really don't forget. You brag about it all the time. I'm not going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah, so so then I had to poop again, obviously. Then I had to do it again. So then because I do it again, I had to poop again, and then it's just a vicious cycle. So,
oh my goodness. Guys, crazy. Guys, you are insane. You are insane, man.
So like
I can't let me tell you something. You got us demonetized twice now, and for that, you're penalized. Whenever you get paid from this, you're penalized for the first paycheck.
I think we're even now, considering both of you were late for the first couple episodes. So I think we're fair. We're all squared away.
That doesn't get us demonetized. Your specific statements back to back almost will get us.
Jeez, man. We were already talking about how often we poop, which is, the most interesting subject for so many people. But okay. And then you gotta add that into the equation.
I had to spice things up,
Yeah.
Recently, the past 2 to 3 weeks, I've been doing it like 4 times every single day. So
great,
like
man. Okay, we got it, dude. Stop.
Oh, Sana, why don't you tell them about your brand new job that you started? Aren't you very happy about that?
All right, so I have a very long week, y'all. All right, so number 1, I realized that with my past relationship, I was suppressing my feelings. I was being emotionally avoidant to myself. I was avoiding. Good. Yes, so I have come to that realization. So that's why now.
Actually, what were you doing? I was emotionally avoidant. Well, like, how did that affect you? That's a genuine.
Well, because like I said, she didn't say I love you for the last 4 years, right? So then I was suppressing that feeling of sadness from that for so long. So now that we broke up, that dam has broken and everything.
So you're sad now.
Yeah. So I realized that. And I actually talked to ChatGPT about this, and it helped me work my way through these.
Instead of a therapist, talk to a robot. How lovely. Let's go.
Number 1, I can't afford a therapist just yet. Hence why I talked to ChatGPT about it, rather than trauma dumping on my friends. See, so it was a pretty good decision by me. So that's number 1. Number.
You have a whole group chat. You have a whole group chat to send paragraphs to, and you chose the robot over us.
You guys barely respond to me sometimes.
I respond to your paragraphs, every single one of them, even if it's not directly. I do it when I
read your paragraphs. I always read your paragraphs, but I don't always respond to them because, I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, he just gave me a reason to use
but when you're looking for a response, I respond. Or somebody else responded, or you know, it doesn't seem like you're looking for a response. I don't know. We'll see. Group chat dynamics.
So this is a lesson for y'all. Don't suppress your feelings. You might think you're at inner peace, but in reality, you're just suppressing your feelings. That's what I learned. I thought I was at peace with it, but it turns out I was just suppressing my feelings. So I learned that, and now, next relationship, I'm going to try not to do that.
So you're doing that for 4 years?
Yeah.
It's a long time. That's some good patience.
I know. There'd be times when, I would crack, but then I would just suppress those feelings right back. And
would you crack in front of her or crack by yourself?
Crack by myself.
Oh, interesting.
So that was that.
So she didn't know you. So obviously she didn't know you're suppressing those feelings.
It's hard to say, I guess, because she sometimes she would want to talk about it, and then I wouldn't want to talk about it.
So she tried to reach out to me. Oh, so maybe she did. Or maybe she had a thought, an idea.
Maybe. Because at one point she did say, I don't understand why you still stay, because I feel like anyone else would have broken up by now. Yeah. So that made me feel, oh, like I'm different, like I'm stronger. But in reality, that was just the bad mentality to have.
Interesting.
Well, you could have been stronger if you just, if you stayed, but at the same time, understood your emotions, like, came to reason with your emotions, and then also reveal them. It's like, you stay, but you also make sure that you are clear about what you're feeling. Both of you are clear about what you're feeling. At that point, that it is strong to stay, unless, then you immediately break up because you hurt your feelings, whatever. But I think it'd be strong to stay because, if it's for the right reason. So
it's tough, man. Like, honestly, like I just had this problem for like a while, just because of, I think, my relationship with my parents. I'm just used to suppressing my I don't know what.
Oh yeah. No, trust me. I know that feeling quite well. I've suppressed some of my emotions regarding my parents quite well, unfortunately. But
that's why
oh boy.
That's why some people, have consistently said that I give them school shooter vibes. So for that, I think that
Sonda, that's the third time you got us demonetized. It's okay. You keep going, man. Keep going.
I mean, this video's already demonetized, so it doesn't really matter. If anything, this is the time. It can't get more demonetized, right?
We get 3 channel strikes, and we're gonna totally gone.
In one video?
I mean, if it's bad, no. I don't know. Keep going.
So that was that. Our friends said that I give them school shooter vibes, and anyway. Moving on. So it was my last day it was my last full-time day at my job. So anyway, it was my last day on the cake. Yeah, my coworker bought a cake for me, which was a very touching gesture. I did cry. I'm not gonna lie. It was really sweet. It was one of the nicest things anyone has done for me.
Nicest thing anyone did for you.
It was one of the nicest things that anyone has done for me.
That's nice.
Huh?
So
when I left my job at Green Valley Ranch Casino in Las Vegas, I was a bar back for a summer. They got me a cake. They actually got me a cake, and they got me a card, and they put money in the card, and they all signed it. Like 20 people signed it. It was like the whole thing. Yeah, it was the whole thing. And they're like, man, they definitely don't do that for everybody. So I was like, wow, I really made an impression on people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice because that's the cool thing about working at a school, at least for me, because every time on my birthday they give a nice big cake, give me a card, and some gift cards, and then on my left they gave me a cake and some cards and gift cards.
Awesome.
And then we got some other cake, other people's birthdays. They got a cake and some cards. And I was like, ooh, there's a lot of cake at LAOSD, man. That's some really good stuff. Ooh,
Yeah.
get ready, Otani. We'll get lots of cake coming your way.
Nice.
So then on Friday, so 2 days ago, it was my first day with a new company and everything. And I had to wake up at like 5:02 a.m. My shift started at 7:30 a.m. I got there at like 6:37 a.m. So I got there like almost an hour early. And then I was just
very exact with those times. You had to wake up at 5:02 a.m.
I like to wake up at a time that adds up to 7. So tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 5:20 a.m.
So what if you woke up at 5:04?
Adds up to, is it multiple of 7?
No, 5 plus 2, Christian, is 7.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was overcomplicating. Okay.
I mean, I just don't like that. I like to wake up, and you know, Ethan, I've done this since high school. So
I know that's pretty impressive that you're still going.
So that is going down. I had my first day with them.
How was it?
And it was okay. It was, I'm new to the district and everything, so
mingling with your coworkers, so you made some friends.
I was mingling with the
I forgot to ask you, how many coworkers were there? Or like a full floor, or like it was like a few
that I was mingling with, or
just like in general, because like my
it's
office
a full floor.
So, but it's like everything, all desks are full. It's not like just like empty desks.
I would say at least 50 people. Easy.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. See, because my area has like 5, so I was just curious.
So I was mingling with my coworkers, and I found out that my position would be one of the first 3, I guess, to go if they have layoffs again. So that was a sombering reality. little depressing.
Called KCS, said, "Hey, hold my office. I might be back."
Yeah, so that was really sobering. But luckily, I am part-time with KCS right now because I didn't want to be too cocky about the new job. But it is what it is. I'm hoping that I make it to 6 months. I make it out to the probation, and hopefully I can go to a new position or whatever. Fun fact: the person that I replaced, she was also Sri Lankan. So very weird coincidence, because really there's not that many. Yeah, there's really not that many of us in California, at least. And what are the chances? The exact same. A Sri Lankan at my cubicle. I don't know. It's just some weird. So Christian's giving me a look of disgust. What do you want to say, Christian?
No, I didn't. I promise.
Oh, okay. He's like, those damn Sri Lankans. So then I mingled with. Oh, also I was operating off 3.5 hours of sleep, so that was exciting because I went to bed at
my entire freaking last year.
How was
4 years?
The floors in the building, so they kind of go like this.
No, I didn't really notice that. They were pretty. It was pretty chilling to me.
I've never been there, so I was curious because I already told you about that, right? How people were sitting. But sure, yeah. Oh wait, tell them about the stairwells. How stairwell 3 is fireproof. That's so funny.
I was trying to that's what when I got there an hour early, I obviously had some time to kill, so I was trying to find the stairs, and it's a very hard thing to do because I found some stairs, but then the stairs from what I saw only led up, and they didn't lead down, so it was really, really confusing. And I'm really worried because it's a skyscraper. It's like a 28-floor building, so it's a skyscraper, and I'm worried about what happens in the event of a fire. And I was doing the fire safety training and everything, and they said that some of the stairways are pressurized, so then which means that the smoke won't get into them. But the training actually said all the stairways are pressurized on one slide, and then on the very next slide it said except stairway 3, and I'm like, okay, why did you say all of the stairways were pressurized then? That kind of seems like a waste of time, So I don't freaking know. Like I said, I'm still grateful for the job. I'm grateful for the chance to finally work at the district. Hopefully I can work my way up before I get laid off. So, it'll be a fun little race against time. We'll see how that goes. And then on Friday night, I went and I hung out with my coworkers, old coworkers, whatever, and I actually had my first shot. So,
drink shot, not COVID shot.
Drink. Yeah, drink. So, 27, I lost that virginity. It was a pretty, I don't know, I mean, it was something that I never really expected to lose, but the timing was right. One of my coworkers had defeated me with logic, so I kind of had to admit that she was right, and kind of had to. So it was soju, and it was not really soju.
What's that? Is that a drink?
It's a Korean alcohol, right?
Oh, so it is
Korean or Japanese? I don't know. I think it's Japanese.
No, you just waved your head no. Soju, wow, of course. Hey, that's good because
no, I think it's Japanese. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I feel like if you're gonna have a drink, it has to be anime based or Japan culture based. So good job. And wait, did you have a bar fight without me though? You said you wanted to have a bar fight.
No, I didn't. So here's the thing. I'm surprised that you guys are not more hyped up about this, but I guess you guys didn't know how anti-alcohol I was.
Alexander, I saw your story. I knew about it 3 days ago.
Wait, what? Well, yeah, it's true. Okay.
Story.
I didn't see a story, but I think it's first of all, you said it's your first shot, not your first drink. So apparently you drank before.
No, it's my first anything.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
You should have said that. You should have said it's your first drink.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Your first ever drink. That's a much bigger deal.
Yeah.
That's a much bigger deal than first shot.
No, it's my first ever drink at age 27. Yes.
Okay, well then, that's a big deal. I don't have anything to say.
That's a big deal, as he says in the same voice.
Yeah, I just in the sense I don't in the way of like I don't have anything to say that is like negative about it, like because I mean you're probably thinking that I would like how dare you or why or you're a hypocrite or what? No, I wouldn't say that. I think I'm kind of disappointed in you because I expected if you could keep up a streak that long, you should hold it until you're like 75. But I'm thoroughly disappointed in you.
That's fair. I am open to that criticism. The way I viewed it was like I always thought that I would regret if I did try it, but then recently I've kind of changed my regret trying it was always how I viewed it. But then recently I have changed my perspective, and I kind of figured I would regret not trying it, and therefore, when my coworker asked me about it, I'm like, and she's like, why won't you? And I'm like, my morals. And she's like, what? Your morals? What? That doesn't even make any sense. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, fuck, you're right. It really doesn't make any sense. So then, that's what I'm saying. The logic won out, and I ended up doing it. I'm not going to
play the lottery with me next.
I have played the lottery with you before.
You have?
Yeah, we lost. We got like $20 worth of tickets and we didn't win shit.
We did?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, it's not. We lost.
Just the act of playing today.
But so I just want to say this. Number one, when I got home though, I looked this up on ChatGPT. I'm like, are there any long-term effects of having one shot? And they were like, no. As long as you do it in moderation, blah, 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 there's no lifelong impact. And I'm like, no. I'm literally just meaning one shot for my whole life. They're like, no, you'll be fine. Basically is what it told me. And I'm like, okay, all right, bet. So the way I see it is... Huh?
You believe the robot?
Yes, I believe the AI. You keep calling it a robot. Not a robot, it's AI. So what I will say, I will probably have one shot of every type of alcohol. Just one shot, for example, of sake.
Yeah.
Next year. and then the year after I'll have a shot of
every
tequila.
type of alcohol
Something
ever. So you're gonna
Yeah,
have some
why
sky
not?
blue. You're gonna have some sky blue vodka.
Yeah, just once, just one shot,
You
and
can
then
have
we're called.
one shot of Malibu and one shot of. Well, you can't really. I mean, you can't really take a shot. I mean, you're not supposed to take a shot of wine, but you can have a shot of
Soju
wine.
is Korean. Get ready.
Yeah, it was at a Korean barbecue, by the way. So Christian checks out. So
And a
yes,
shot of,
I will just do
shot
one.
of champagne. You're supposed to take a glass of those, Sandra.
I'm not. See, that's the thing. I'm not gonna have a whole glass. I'm going
Not a
to
glass.
literally
I'll
just
drink some. I'll take. You can take a shot of my glass.
And not a whole glass.
You
I'm
can't
literally
really
the last person on earth to peer pressure somebody to drink alcohol, because I'm not a fan of alcohol. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're drinking alcohol, but I also don't think that when somebody says, wow, you're not drinking alcohol, that makes any sense, because there's just no reason to do that. Like it's not that big of a thing to drink alcohol. It poisons your brain, your body, your liver, and it's just it makes it can make you belligerent, it can make you impaired, whatever. They get a little bit loose. Okay, great. It's not like getting high where you have like a spiritual enlightenment. It's just I'm sorry, but it's not the same thing.
Well, here's the thing, Chris. Here's the thing. I would say this, right? Now that I've tried this, I'm more open to trying mushrooms. But the thing with that is, bro, there is a more high likelihood that one bad trip can mess me up for the rest of my life than one bad shot can mess me up for the rest of my life.
If you're
I asked ChatGPT
supposedly, like if you're I don't like arguing this because it's not really what I believe, but supposedly, but I'm going to say it just so you're more likely to take mushrooms. I want you to take mushrooms. Supposedly, psychiatric disorders like schizophrenia are genetic, so you're already predisposed to them. So if you were to take mushrooms, it would just be, and you were diagnosed with schizophrenia, you'd be pushing yourself into a diagnosis that you would already have. But if you didn't have it, then you wouldn't ever have it. And you're already past the age where most people typically get diagnosed with psychiatric disorders, which is like in their teens and early 20s. So I'm just saying, if you do it now, it looks like you're past the horizon for psychiatric disorders. So just saying that.
I wasn't even worried about that, but thanks, Christian. Now you just gave me even more reason not to.
But that's the only thing. That's the only way you can mess up your mind. There is no mushrooms aren't gonna That's what I'm saying. Like you don't just take mushrooms and go crazy. Like that's what you have to have some sort of already predisposition to it, or genetic predisposition to it. That's that's likely or entirely going to show up, in your lifetime, whether or not you take mushrooms.
Actually, so I just wanted to, because again, I did ask ChatGPT about this. There is the possibility of experiencing a condition known as hallucinogen persisting perception disorder, also known as HPPD, which involves the reoccurrence of visual disturbances or hallucinations even after the drug has worn off. However, this condition is extremely uncommon. Either way, too high of a risk. High of a risk.
That sounds awesome to me.
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Time out, Osanda. Time out. Fourth person alone. What are you talking about here?
I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that one.
I'm serious now.
Well, let's finish up with the alcohol. Let's finish up with the alcohol discussion.
You had a great experience, and then you're never gonna do it again. It tastes terrible.
Well, but also, I don't want to get drunk. However, there is one exception to that. I'm too much of a control freak, and I also just feel like there would be long-term implications of that happening. However, the exception to that is I really want to do karaoke with my friends. drunk karaoke with my friends. Just once. I feel like would be a good time. So that would be the only exception to me getting drunk. If I was to get drunk, though, it would be with our good friend whose name starts with an N, because I feel like he would be the most responsible person to take care of me in that situation. So yes, that's pretty much the summary of that. Also, I bought
Uniqlo.
Yes, so I posted a YouTube short about this, but then I made it private because my information was kind of on the receipts. But basically, this shirt right here, guys, I got this shirt for free. So I'm pretty freaking hyped about this because I bought $150 something worth of clothing, all right? Because I was starting the new job. I bought that. Mm-hmm. And then my bank account, Yada, which Christian has signed up for, thank you, Christian, Ethan refuses to sign up for, gave me the purchase for free minus 1 cent. But then I didn't like the clothes, so I returned the clothes for store credit instead of getting a refund. Because if I got a refund, it would have negated the fact that Yada gave me it for free. So then I got a... I see you guys are so bored with the story. Jesus Christ, you know what? You know what? Yeah.
I'll tell you why. No, I'm listening. But
I'm listening.
Boy, I got something that Elizabeth recommended for my face. Oh, my girlfriend recommended for my face. Because it's dry, but I think I must be applying it wrong because there's this annoying streak here. And I have dry skin. I'm trying. It's annoying me, so I'm trying to pluck it off. But I'm listening. You got $150 worth of stuff. You returned it, but you got not a refund because you don't want to. And they get the Yada tickets and stuff, so you have to store credit, which is smart because you get the Yada tickets and stuff, and you get the store credit to get $150 worth of other stuff. There's a Uniqlo, I think, over in the valley. So whenever you come over here, if you didn't use it yet, you can
exactly. There is one in Woodland Hills, so I'm gonna hit that place up because these shirts are actually super comfortable, and they are $19.90. But because I have an account with Uniqlo.
By the way, just down the street from your office at 7th Street in Flower, you have 15-minute lunches. They have a 2-store Uniqlo there.
I bet. Because once I get my badge, I am going to start exploring the area. But since I am still using a visitor badge, I just don't really want to explore. Yeah.
And it's so you're on Figueroa, so you're on Temple. It's like a quick bus ride or scooter ride away. And it's a mall. It's an outdoor mall, so you have food there too. Food, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a 2-store Uniqlo, so you might find some cool stuff.
All right, bet. So, I also got a $300 foot and calf massager because these guys have really chided me for wanting a cold plunge and everything. So I'm not gonna get
$5,000.
I'm not gonna get the cold plunge, but I really need that foot and calf massager because I got the flattest of feet.
Osanda did a fantastic job at Disneyland. For his feet, he wore these new pairs of shoes, and it didn't hurt him. He said, so I was pretty impressed. And the shoes, they help you arch your feet. The shoes?
No, it's just barefoot shoes, so they're supposed to make my feet stronger. But yeah. So okay, now moving on to the 4th personal loan. So yesterday I did apply.
Curious. Oh my God, Osanda, why didn't you? Don't ask ChatGPT, or maybe ask them. Maybe they'll be like, Osanda, stop it.
So right now, I currently pay $793.08, I believe, for 2 personal loans. So that's $500 with one, and then $200 blah 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 with another one. So let's just round that up to $800. Okay, I applied for a 4th personal loan to pay those 2 loans off, basically. So I'm refinancing, and I would be paying $450 a month instead of $800 a month. Christian just picked his nose. That was a little nasty.
So I didn't pick my nose. I wiped my nose.
And then you looked at your fingers.
I was looking at my nail. I was looking at my nail because it scratched my nose because it's chipped.
Oh, okay.
So you got so you're gonna take this loan out to pay off your other loans, and then overall you'll pay less to pay this loan off. How much is this loan?
think it was for like 22,000 or something.
So 450. No. You said $450.
My bad. It was a 17,000. It was 17,000 or maybe 17,000.
Hold on. 17,000. So that's 37 years.
37 years.
Oh wait,
it's a 5-year loan. What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. I did my thing wrong.
What? No, it's a 5-year loan, and I can pay it off faster if I just pay more per month. So,
okay, so that's not. It doesn't sound bad, but are you gonna take out a 5th personal loan for some crap?
If I can refinance the 4th one, then sure. Why?
Oh my god! All right, loan taker outer.
So I did that. Right. That was my 4th loan. But I still applied, so I haven't been approved for it yet. I'm gonna see if I actually get approved for it. I hope I do, because it will help me out. But then I'd be left with that one, and then the credit card debt, which I'm hoping to pay off by the end of the year anyway. So then I should be Gucci. That was my week. Like I said, very long week.
Imagine how much money you would have if you just didn't have all that debt. You have to pay it off. Crazy. Okay.
I know, but you win some, you lose some, and then I lost a lot, and now I'm hoping to win. All right. Yes.
Stay positive.
That's why you got this, Osanda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, guess what, Osanda? I have some deep questions for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's just go to the deep questions.
But I don't. Do you have can I see your list? I don't have a deep. Oh, I have.
It is getting near that time. We're at about an hour and a half.
We need one deep question.
Fine. Here's the deep question: how often do you guys think of the Roman Empire?
Oh yes, that's what I was thinking. Not at all. Not at all. My girlfriend asked me that when she's on TikTok. There's that TikTok trend. But I do not think about it at all. But was it like 87% of the people responded yes? I think I saw in a news article. They do think about.
Yeah, but I think that's white boys. Well, technically,
what is this? What is this with white? What is this?
The news just said 87% of responses. How do you know?
No, it literally. I'm telling you, it literally the demographics were white. Like I'll send you the video on Instagram.
White boys. Yeah, but the way you say is white boys. You're supposed to say white. You're supposed to say Caucasian gentlemen. Caucasian gentlemen, okay? Caucasian men. White boys.
So, Christian, do you think the Roman Empire?
Actually, yeah, occasionally.
How often?
That's Christian.
A few times. I don't know, a couple times a year.
Oh, a year.
A couple times a year.
Yeah, that's nowhere near the levels that the Caucasians are doing. You see, that just sounds so weird. I don't know. See, here's the reason I don't.
I thought about the Greeks a lot. I thought about the Greeks a lot this year, actually.
Here's the reason I don't say it. Caucasians. That's the main reason I don't say that.
I give up.
Well, you. I don't give up. I'm tired of this crap. Outfit, Caucasian.
Man. Son, do you think of the Roman Empire?
I actually never think of the Roman Empire. I really don't.
Yeah. Cock and Caucasians and cockpits and BBC and all that stuff. I guess.
Yeah, my brain can only handle so many thoughts. So the Roman Empire, really, I think about like Greek mythology more often than I think about the Roman
Me too, because I
Empire.
like Greek mythology. They're cool.
Yeah. Shout out, new Percy Jackson, The Chalice of the Gods, I believe, is coming out September 26th. Sad day for me because that would have been the 9-year anniversary.
It comes out December 20th.
No, that's Percy Jackson, the TV show. I'm talking about the book, young man. The actual.
Percy Jackson, the TV show.
By the way,
20th.
By the way, I was thinking about names for my kids, and I don't have kids, but one day I will. And I thought of a lot of names from Roman mythology, and Greek. So I was looking through them. So that's one. No, not Zeus. I don't like Zeus. It's not bad, but
there's a kid at this actually this school, Robert Frost. He graduated, but he's a pretty cool kid. His name is Zeus. He played soccer, and he played soccer in tournaments like in Spain and stuff. So on spring break, winter break, he'd go off to like Europe.
That's cool. Yeah, I know somebody else named Zeus.
What?
Was he a man whore?
I don't know. He's like in 7th grade at the time.
Oh,
he's at middle school.
Oh no, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Jesus, son.
I apologize. That's on me.
When I said this guy goes to play soccer in tournaments in Spain, why is that your first question? Is that your first thought?
It's because Zeus was a man whore. So I would never name my kid Zeus because he's just gonna grow up to become that, basically.
I guess so. No.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of interesting thoughts in your mind.
I turned it around, didn't I?
They all come down to one subject. No matter how much you slice it. Well, that was a great deep question that I sounded somehow perverted. But I would name my kid Zeus because I mean, look, I got a light like lightning, thunder. No. Or Athena. There's an Athena. Oh, there's an Athena at that's Robert Frost too. She graduated, but that's cool.
Athena's a fire name. Yeah,
Athena's nice.
And
well, Ethan, sign us off.
Wait, I'm trying to think of some names. Some Greek names. No, Roman name. I don't freaking know. Wait, one question. Deep question. What's your favorite Greek god or goddess and why? Mine is Zeus because I like lightning.
I had a favorite. Thea. That's one of the names.
God of War.
Okay, I don't know if she's my favorite. I would say Calypso. I don't know if Calypso is a god or a goddess, but
Calypso's not a god.
Yeah, a goddess, but she's like a goddess because she's wrap a man on an island forever and be in love with him forever. It's very powerful. So I guess she's not.
She could do that to me.
Yeah, that would be her. Yeah,
Yeah.
Osama,
your favorite?
That's the idea. It's really nice, which is why it's amazing that in the Percy Jackson series that Perseus actually left the island. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You're not supposed to leave the island. I just love that. You left the island.
Percy was in love with Annabeth. Wait, did you read the Percy Jackson series?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's what's up. All right, Percy Beth forever.
I watched.
Yeah. I forgot. I forgot most of the series. Like I can't remember what happened, but I remember certain things, like him leaving the island. I'm like, why did you leave the island? You should have done that.
Because he loved Annabeth, bro. That's what's up. What a boss move. Percy Jackson is one of those few male crushes that I have. Percy Jackson has me, bro. Percy Jackson is amazing.
Talking about the actor or just the character in your imagination?
The character in my imagination, not the actor.
Okay, good.
Jesus Christ. Right. The only real life male crush that I had committed suicide. So that was kind of a sign.
Wow.
That I wasn't meant to like men.
That's
okay.
Dark.
And then,
there you go.
You know what my coworker said? She was like, damn, I would have done that too, knowing that I was the only
Anyway, guess what? I have a deep quote for you. And it's from I have to say the quote after. Okay. Guess what? Thank you guys for joining my Bouncing Potato podcast. If you subscribe through Osanda's crazy, dirty jokes, well, good for you. You can just mute him from now on if you want. Just listen to us. And you know what? I'm Ethan.
I was Osanda, who, by the way, was actually not that perverted. It was Christian who started it.
Oh,
no, I said one thing, and anyway, I'm Christian.
And guess what, guys? It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
It's the quote, okay?